Hi there, this is Nicole DeBoer, also known as Lieutenant Ezri Dax from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! Hey there, Star Trek Fleet Command. Welcome back to another video where today we get to talk about patch 27 and already stirring the pot of controversy, as many of you are calling it a whale-only patch content. Now, while I don't believe it is whale-only, there are a lot of things, over 60 plus things, that can really make you go, wow, this is definitely some whale-centric content. There's also some stuff in here that I feel like has been needed for quite some time. And let's just jump straight in and like hit the nail on the head. Like a lot of the whale-centric stuff coming in for this is about research with the 4-star ships. These researches and some of the game mechanic changes helping lighten the load of the economy for 4-star. Now, not necessarily making things cheaper to get to, but making them cheaper to operate, lowering the 4-star repair cost. In fact, we have this wonderful tool that is provided to us by people at LCARS, though. Thank you for this. But anyway, if you look here, you see at the top we got Kelvins, Newtons, Enterprise A, Hydras. But if you look at the tiers and then based on the old cost and new cost, you see a change in a percentage where you see like a tier 5 Kelvin, you're getting a 67.5% reduction. That's actually pretty nice. I think that's much needed. Now, keep in mind that the extremely ridiculous high repair cost of these ships is something that has been a problem since they came out. I mean, we're talking about 14 months, December 2019, when 4-star ships released. They've been ridiculously overpriced and expensive. Now they're starting to get a little bit of an alleviation here through research and just a straight on patch by adjusting some of those costs. So now the Kelvins, the Valdors, the Katingas right behind me are not as ridiculously expensive for them to operate, giving you more incentive to actually go up into these areas. One of the things that I've talked about for a long time is I wasn't going to level 40 plus because there's simply no way to make it up there without spending. Well, now they're starting to adjust that slightly. I'm not saying I'm going up there just quite yet, but they've definitely started going in that direction. If you've been following the channel, we've been talking about them heading that way. But the art gives a lot more than just a big boost to whales, including Arc 2 having new officers. So you're going to get Hikaru Sulu and Leonard McCoy. And we'll go ahead and throw up right now on your screen. Bang. Bang there. Leonard McCoy, TOS Federation. Let's start with the captain's maneuver. We're rescuing you. So 300% to dodge, shield deflection, armor when defending. So the real interesting piece to this officer, which is a rare officer, and the word on the street is we're going to be able to get them TOS officers, especially the free-to-play, going to have a path during this arc to go after those, besides just the auctions that are being, sent out right now. But if you talk about this just as a rare officer, this is essentially 5 of 10. Now, it only is on defense, but if you married the abilities of 5 of 10 and Carol Marcus. So when I'm talking about 5 of 10 and Carol, let me show you what I mean by that. Let's hop into the officer tree and show you the two different sets. So if we scroll down, we will find Miss Carol Marcus. And if you look at her captain's ability called Applied Science, when defending a battle against a player, decreases the weapons damage from the opponents. Keynote is when defending. When she first came out, she was used as a trap setup to, lure people into attack and then take advantage of it by lowering their abilities. Now, so many officers have come out since then that she's not that viable. So this is one of the reasons that a new card like TOS Bones is able to come out. Now, 5 of 10 with weaponry is irrelevant. 5 of 10 increases the shield deflection, armor, and dodge by 200% of the total health of all officers on the ship. Now you compare that to what we're looking at right now with TOS McCoy. You see a 300% with, if you got maximum synergy, which would be a command officer and an engineering officer, up to 500% of a change, making a very, very big difference there. Obviously, the max for 5 of 10 goes up to 1,000, but as we've discussed before, because there's a cap on mitigation, that max doesn't really matter. The 300 to 500% is actually giving you an extremely effective amount. And while that's only good for defense, still super important. And then the next ability, just an old country doctor, which is a percentage to attack, defense, and health of all officers on the ship getting a boost. And you see it ranks up by level. And then we can see the officer itself. If we scroll on down, now we're getting more rares. So we still got 2 epics, and now we've got 3 rares to add to this crew, because the miners are still listed as Section 31, but we'll worry about those another time. So let's pull up TOS McCoy. Here's the wonderful little, I think they did a good job with some of the logos and the design of it, but as an officer, one of the things I like about this, and one of the things I talk about, not everything in this patch and everything in this update is well related, because this captain's ability is an officer that is good at tier 1, rank 1. You don't need it at rank 4. I talk about officers that are really good if you can afford to max them. An example would be Michael Burnham from the Discovery crew. Michael Burnham's a good card, but only if you really get her maxed. She's not really that good in any other situation. Rank 1, pretty much useless. So that's something that's nice about these cards, is we're meeting a lot of free-to-play players who are winning these auctions by saving up their, whether it's the XP style or the uncommon style, but saving up to get these officers. And then also how we're being told that there's going to be other paths to go after these officers. And DJ was kind enough to reference some of those in the show and on his YouTube channel, so make sure you check out all of our YouTube channels. Don't just watch mine, watch all of us. Yes, devote your life to watching all of us, because we're entertaining and beautiful. I haven't slept much. I need coffee. Coffee. Let's get back into our officers real quick, because TOS McCoy is not the only one. In fact, TOS Sulu, somebody very, very excited about, and not just because of the officer ability, but let's talk about the captain's ability. Optimist at heart. 55% chance to inspire morale for 1 round. Now with maximum synergy, that goes up to 75%, which is an engineering and science officer on each side. That is a very high rate of prog, giving you another option for keeping morale up. You're really getting into 4 viable options for morale. And if you really want to complain about something, complain about the Federation crew being just the focus, because right now, you could make an argument to run 3 enterprises with morale up right now. Like 3 enterprises, shields not going down. That's crazy. Also, the officer ability here, very, very interesting. Percent increase to critical hit chance each round when aboard an explorer that has morale. At rank 1, giving you a 6% bonus. Assuming morale is active, you've got a nice Kirk or TOS Kirk on that ship, keeping morale active almost every round, or every round, depending on how high you have those officers. And you're talking about this officer being better than Kirk in terms of getting criticals going immediately. And if you really want to talk about maximizing firepower, pairing TOS Sulu with TOS Kirk, who already boost the firepower of the Enterprise due to that ability, now getting more of a boost with critical chance with TOS Sulu. A deadly pairing. TOS Uhura, TOS Sulu, TOS Kirk is a very, very nice Enterprise loadout, and all of the TOS crew coming in very valuable. And once again, valuable from rank 1. Not having to get to rank 3, I think, is a fantastic value for the regular player, that if they go and get these officers, whether it be through the auction events or the events that are coming through, because remember, we got a battle pass coming, we've got new events that are structured out differently to pay out better, and that's what I'm really looking forward to for arc 2, or part 2 of this arc, is a lot of that. So we got a new battle pass, the Doomsday storylines with these weird new Doomsday worm bad guys, which I don't even know what to think. We'll talk about it in a second. New second builder. Now, this is something that you can purchase for as little as $5. Some of you will see value in this. Some of you will not. The main application I can tell you that would be valuable to you is you could have one builder, especially as you level up, focusing on big buildings that take like a month, and the second builder could work on like the little things like upgrading your parse steel generator E every day so that you can complete that daily milestone and then still not have to have that big one taken up. But that's kind of up to you. New missions, see on the Doomsday story. Then here are the worm hostiles and these 10 brand new Doomsday systems. The new research expansion, you see 60 new nodes to the station research tree that will help you improve your ship and all the building of your starbase. Efficiency, defense power, and more. Most of these being level 40 plus. I think only 2 new researches are for below level 40. Rebalancing G4 repair cost, new ship targeting, which should help with some of the lag that we've experienced, and then some really nice bug fixes. But let's jump into one of these systems before we wrap up here. Etalon. We're going to go take a look at Etalon and see what we can see. So get in here, Etalon. These new systems with these weird new Doomsday bugs. I don't even know what to call. I mean, it's almost feel like it's a mix between Star Trek and then Starship Troopers. All right, so we'll get our discovery out so we can actually get there now because we're impatient. We are very, very impatient. Where's our discovery? Here it is. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's what we need. And Black Alert. I will tell you, man, the Discovery is a one-use ship, but man, the taxi function is truly fantastic. So let's go take a look here at what we find in the system. Now, these hostiles, you've got brand new missions that you'll be using with the USS Constellation. So you can see another Constitution class ship. And then here is one of your Doomsday worms. It is a 3-headed monstrosity. I don't even know how to describe it. We might even have to do the missions in a video. It's so insane. But in terms of attack power and battle power, they are really like a normal level 34 type hostile. They are not super strong like those Discovery ones are, which those level 35s are really tough for even me to kill. You can see here that they are just regular 32, 33 type strength. Not really that bad. I could take those out very easily with regular ships. Now, the payouts on them are not very high, but I think that's fine. I'm not necessarily worried about that. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the arc. But here's your Doomsday. That's been getting a lot of Doomsday hints, and now we get the Doomsday worm, which is very unique. I mean, I'm a Star Trek nerd, and I'm going, what the heck is this? But I'm interested in it. Honestly, there's a lot in this patch that I'm very much am excited about. I know a lot of people will focus on some of the higher level content, but as we've discussed in the videos that we've been putting out lately, and even right now, a lot of the events here in TOS Arc 2 have been redesigned to do better in terms of rewards and what they're giving to people, including the free to play. So this should be a little bit more balanced event wise, even if a lot of the content that has been unlocked is for higher levels, pushing people to grow and grow and grow and get better and stronger. So if you disagree, agree, or whatever, or you have questions about the arc, drop them down below. Of course, we'll have more videos coming out, including some officer test videos to show you some of these new officers in action. And anything that you want to know, well, you got to tell me what you want to know by dropping it down below. It's like rhyming schemes. I'm like Shakespeare. Open verse, free hand. I don't know. But anyway, we love y'all. Live long and prosper. Stay safe with our Space Cowboys. Let me know what you think about this and all the things coming into the game at this time. Y'all are awesome. We'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe with our Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. I'm Deuce.
Remember, Spock doesn't go on the Enterprise. Live long and prosper. All the best.
An even better outro than the intro for the Empire and glory to your house.